it. But know this, we will find out what happened in both of those. We will find out what happened, and we will do everything we can to prevent it. But I don't want anyone to think because we are working 2 accidents. This is what we do. Week in and week out. Just today, a lot more people are paying attention to it.
Both the CVR and the FDR were downloaded successfully. The FDR contains about 400 parameters and is currently being analyzed by a FDR working group consisting of the NTSB, FAA, and PSA. At 8:47:39, a radio transmission from the tower was audible asking Pat 25 if the CRJ was in sight. 1 second later, the crew received an automated traffic advisory stating traffic. At 8:47:42, a radio transmission from the tower was audible directing Pat 25 to pass behind the CRJ. At 8:47:58, the crew had a verbal reaction and FDR data showed the airplane beginning to increase its pitch. Sounds of impact were audible about 1 second later, followed by the end of the recording. The NTSB, FAA, and PSA. As previously stated, we know that the FDR and data provided indicated that the CRJ was at 325 feet, plus or minus 25 feet. We also, initial preliminary data right now indicates that on the tower's radar scope that was available to the controller, initial data indicates that he may have seen 200 feet. That needs to be verified. Our ATC group is working it. We will have more data available, but those are the initial indications.
And no indication for single engine land and sea, certified flight instructor, multi-engine instructor, and
the Pat 25 was within the lateral boundaries of a helicopter route. The ceiling of that route was 200 feet. As Member Inman said, we have not got the data out of the FDR for the Black Hawk at this time, but that's what we know.
Last year we had multiple accidents with 6 or more fatalities. We can verify it was on a training flight that would utilize night vision goggles. We do not know at this time if the night vision goggles were actively being worn, nor what the setting may be. Further investigation should be able to let us know if that occurred and what factor it may play in the overall accident. And for a little bit of context, this is a controller's worst nightmare. At the time of the accident, there were 5 controllers in the air traffic control tower cab at DCA. One was a local controller, which was handling not only helicopter, but fixed wing aircraft. The local controller also would be handling arrivals and departures close in airspace and the use of the runway. There was a ground controller, which was handling all aircraft and vehicles, not on the runway. In addition, there was a local assist controller. We will find out what happened, and we will do everything we can to prevent it. They were coming in on runway 1. As they were on approach, the air traffic controller said, "Can you accept runway 33?" That is not an uncommon occurrence at DCA. It creates an arcing of the flight path, so it's very normal. Pilots were able to discuss it. They accepted it. They appear to be on a proper, at least, lineup at that time. So right now, we'll evaluate it with all the other facts and data, but it is what it is at this point, I guess.
Bryce has accumulated over 8,000 hours of flight time.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. The 4 to 5 second delay that you described, where was that?